By the time you're watching this, hopefully it's been 2 years since 2.2 released on December 19th, 2023, and I've just got one thing to say. Damn, time flies. I mean, to be fair, this update's great and all, but there's still one lingering question I have. Why did this update take half a century to release? Like, look, I get it. There was a lot of content and all, but it seemed like there was just a cycle of the update being close and then it getting delayed. And that'd be fine and all, but RobTop left us in the dark on things such as the release date or even how many main levels there'd be. So if you joined after 2.2 got released, consider yourself lucky, because here's everything that happened in between 2.1 and 2.2. 2017, new update. So it started after 2.1 released. After a little wait of 2 years, which is still pretty long compared to the other updates, 2.1 dropped on the 16th of January 2017. The update was great. People made great stuff with the new editor tools such as minigames and cool effects, and the story was a great change. It seemed like the next update was just around the corner, however, because RobTop kept leaving comments that said it would just be a quick update. Right after release, however, on February 8th, Etza, Michigan, and Vibrant hosted the first public 2.2 event, which was an icon contest that was going to be used to put icons into 2.2. Personally, I loved this event, not for the cool icons or anything, mainly because the icon I used, icon 123, was in this contest, and damn, I won by a landslide. Now the conditions were whoever won first place would get the icon directly added into 2.2, and the runner-ups would come in later updates. But something must have changed last second, because all the icons that could be added into the game got added into 2.11 instead in the form of the community shop, and all the ones that couldn't get added, like the swing, were still locked behind the 2.2 release. Kind of a little blunder on their part, but it still doesn't affect me, because imagine if I couldn't get my hands on this cube until 2.2, bro. I'd cry. Anyways, after that in March, RobTop released this teaser on a new game mode, the swing. I don't really want to talk about these too much because I already have a 20-minute video just talking about all the teasers in the game, so if you want to watch that, it's the first thing in the description if you want to watch that. Then in November, RobTop dropped a new series on his YouTube channel called Fun with 2.2, which lasted 3 episodes. The first one's called Fun with 2.2, Random Trigger, and it shows a level with the random trigger. These spikes either spawn on the top or the bottom, and you have to jump or not jump accordingly. RobTop tries to beat this level and just dies. Also, for some reason, the guy in the basement's at the end. Like, dude, you didn't invent the random trigger, why are you here? Okay, I have no clue what I'm talking about, but that is not the Demon Guardian, dude. The second one is called Fun with 2.2, Camera Controls, and it shows off the new camera controls, like a zoom out and an offset. And it also shows free fly at the end, which was pretty peak. The last video in this series is just called Where Am I Going, which shows going backwards. When the last video in this series released, it was the 1st of December, which meant winter was coming soon, so RobTop took the opportunity to start cooking. On December 12th, he announced Geometry Dash Sub-Zero with a small teaser. The teaser showed off the app icon and 4 new cubes, but we didn't have to wait long after it was announced, because only 9 days later it came out on iOS and Android, and it was really hype. It showed lots of 2.2 features, like camera zooms, boss fights, and going back and forth, across its 3 levels. The 3 levels were Press Start, Knock 'em, and Power Trip. These levels all showed off 2.2 gameplay in 3 different levels of difficulty, along with some really bad coins. I might be one of the only people to notice this, but this video in the Fun with 2.2 teaser literally looks like the exact same with Press Start, like purple background, same blocks. It looks like an exact copy and paste, dude. After Sub-Zero went down, Geometry Dash World got an update as well, causing it to have Sub-Zero's editor. But that doesn't mean anything would leak, right? It's not like you can access the editor in Geometry Dash World. Yeah, everything got leaked. So this is how people leaked 2.2 early. If you go into the main version of Geometry Dash and either make a level with the copyable enabled or just steal one from the recent tab, and you can just copy the level and then open up GD World. And then you can just open up the GD editor in 2.2 World. This allowed you to get your hands on every single Geometry Dash Sub-Zero feature, and it was really hype. I still have a message sent to my friend about this exact thing. If you've ever seen that full version of Press Start, the one where he goes like, yo, this is fire, then that's how they made that. This also caused a bit of a ripple effect that made people make a bunch of private servers where you can access these tools pretty easily, and it caused a lot of cool levels to come out, and for some reason half the levels were just stupid edits. 2018. No update. Still no update, which kind of sucks, but 2.1 did take about 500 days, so we'll probably just have to wait another year, sadly. At the start of 2018, RobTop didn't really have much to show, so he just dropped some new info, usually in the comments of daily levels. Then, on the 12th of February, he dropped the final teaser image for 2.2, which showed the new song. Again, I've already made a video in this explaining what it means, but the answer in short is Hinkik Song Explorers. After that, around April, he linked mysteriously to an unlisted video called Time Warp Test. It showed off the Time Warp trigger, which modifies speed. This wasn't originally in the world version link since it was brand new, so it was officially the first trigger we couldn't get our hands upon yet. Later on August 13th, Vibrant said a new sneak peek would come soon, then followed up 3 days later by mentioning the reason the update's taking so long is because apparently RobTop is adding a new mode where you can play multiplayer. RobTop hasn't really touched multiplayer mode in any of his other games or Geometry Dash, so that meant this was his first time, which was the reason why it was taking so long. While that was all happening, a programmer by the name of Boot Dark made a fan-made version of Geometry Dash called Future Dash. The gimmick of this game is that there were two modes, a version like traditional Geometry Dash, and a mode where you can move back and forth, just like a normal platformer, think Super Mario Bros. This dude made a video about it and shared it on Twitter, and Rob saw it and was like, bet I could do that, and shared a video with fully functioning platform mode. This is an insane thing to me, because the tweet he was replying to was only 2 days old at the time, meaning either Future Dash had successfully predicted platformer mode was coming to the game, or RobTop just somehow rushed this out in 2 days. If it's the latter, damn, good job RobTop. Anyways, this video shows a cube walking into a level before getting attacked by a new monster. Then he collects some keys, and then he grabs the green key, and then he goes back. Wait, no, other way, dude. Why are you? Now, one thing I haven't mentioned is that around this time, RobTop jumped into multiple live streams. The two I could find were Novelboy and Chris Credible. Since Twitch is notoriously bad at archiving live streams, all I could find was this short clip from Chris Credible, where RobTop apparently said that the update would be coming around Christmas of 2018.
But I'm gonna say, Rob, okay? Take your time, Rob! Take your time, Rob!
Looking back at this is so funny because he definitely took his time. 2019, no update? 2019 now, and for some reason there still isn't an update. He really must be cooking something amazing in that case. The first course of action in 2019 was to reply to more comments on daily levels apparently. On the level Beast mode, which was the newest epic level at the time, he commented that this level would get the Epic Plus fire in 2.2, most likely talking about a new rating above Epic. Playing for myself, it's fine. The gameplay could definitely be worked on, as well as pacing. I think Epic suits it when you compare it to legendary levels today. After that, he completely spams the comment section of a Dansman level, sending 10 messages in a day. The most notable things I could find is that he's adding a hide ground trigger, a gradient ground, and a scale trigger. And also a why did you do this level rating that takes away creator points. Obviously that didn't come to fruition, but neither did the hide ground trigger, because that just doesn't exist in the editor today. Might have been scrapped early on because you're not really supposed to see underground in GD with some exceptions. After that, on the 22nd of February, he made another 2.2 video called Geometry Dash 2.2 Particle Editor. This video is actually pretty cool. He grabs a particle block and then opens up a gargantuan menu filled to the brim with settings and decides to make a water fountain out of square blocks. When I first saw this video before 2.2 came out, I didn't really care about the particles. I cared more about whatever the hell this thing is at the bottom. Guys, we need to make this a new Devil Vortex meme. Come on guys, share this around everywhere, it'd be so funny. After this, all hell broke loose. On the 8th of March, he finally joined the Discord server. This means history is going to get way more complex from here, as most RobTop messages have been purged recently, so I really only want to mention the important things he said. The first thing he showed was the 30 new gauntlets coming to 2.2, some of which still haven't came out by the way. After that, he sent a link to a new video, just called, that shows a lot of trigger stuff. What he does in the video is he starts to make a structure, then he makes it 3D, and then on the 24th of May, he uploads another video called Better Random Trigger that shows a lot of trigger stuff I don't really understand. An actually interesting thing we can take from this video is that there's going to be at least 13 new triggers added to the game, judging by the bottom bar. After that, Vibrant announced that his 2.1 awards show will have a little animation tied to it called Prelude. A little while later, he releases the soundtrack for the animation, which has some bangers, like Good Morning to Pala City, Starstruck, and most importantly a song called 2.2 is Out, which is actually really good. Wait, scratch that. Why is it named 2.2 is Out? These songs are going to be used in the animation, right? Does that mean 2.2 might be released after the awards? Anyways, before the animation goes live, Geometry Dash Light and Meltdown somehow get taken down, and then Rob updated them. But then for some reason the swing got added to the icons of the main menu, so then he had to quickly rush and patch everything before it got leaked. Another thing notable from this update is that a song called Firebird was actually put into the game's files, making people think it was the new 2.2 song, but that was quickly shut down as just a troll for data miners. After that, on Discord again, RobTop posted some new images of the map. They were pretty small images, so we didn't really get to see much, but it was still cool nonetheless. Then on December 14th, the Prelude animation finally comes out, which was a really good video showcasing the community at the time. The main characters were Colin and Norke Childa, my goats, and they go to a physical GD awards show. And then as they're about to watch the show, this happens.
"2.2! It's out!"
I knew it was another troll.
2.2 will never come out, will it?
God, it's a line that's starting to age like fine wine every year that passed. Anyways, after the 2.1 awards starts, there's some glitching. And when you see what the glitching says, it's a link to a skiing game, and that game contains a level from GD. Anyways, this is called an ARG, or an alternate reality game, and it's basically where you make a long list of puzzles that link to something. Viprint did it a couple of years ago for 2.1, and now he's doing one for 2.2. When people solved the 2.2 one, it showed off 12 new icons and a vault code for 2.2. Yep, this was all for 12 icons and a vault code. Moving on from that miserable ARG, Colin, Juniper, Dansman, and some other people got on a call with RobTop and they asked him some questions. Things we got related to 2.2 was that a replay system was going to get added and apparently a chicken would be hidden somewhere. Anyways, do you remember that Firebird thing I talked about earlier? Anyways, someone hacked into the game and found out that if you somehow clicked on the level, the Keymaster would say,
"The Demon Guardian is the only one who can unlock this level. Maybe he has a special key?"
This would be pretty cool if it wasn't a troll. Imagine if there was a demon in GD that required you to beat the GD lore to unlock it. Then after that, World and Meltdown came back in the Play Store again to patch the 2.2 leaks. Firebird was renamed to Stop Hacking Me, and the Firebird sound file was renamed to This Is Not the Droid You Are Looking For.mp4. Really, Rob? 2020, where the heck is this update? Okay, RobTop, I was fine with 2 years, but now 3? This is getting out of hand. This year had a lot of developments. In my notes, there's over 100 things that happened, so I really have to summarize. The first thing that happened was RobTop posted a video that showed off a lot of explosions in Finger Dash just to show off the particles. An interesting thing to note here is that the black orb in the back is frozen for some reason, I don't know why. Then after that, we got a video where RobTop shows off the auto build system. He just puts this design in, which looks similar to Deadlocked and some blocks, and it's pretty cool. After that, he sends over another unlisted video just called Smooth, and it shows the default robot in 3 different styles of movement: walking, struttering, and wheel. Following that, we got a video where it shows that this can also happen to the spider in a Naruto run style. Then RobTop shows us 4 videos of the main menu going berserk to some music. The first one shows like a wave-like effect, the second one is a fisheye, then a wavy fisheye, and then lastly a zoomed-in one. One thing people notice on the bottom of the 4th teaser is for a slight second you can notice 24 dots on the main levels page. Now minusing the coming soon page at the end, this means that 2 new main levels will be added. But wait, RobTop only teased 1 song and that was Explorers. Does that mean there's a secret new thing coming to the main levels? I'm terrible at foreshadowing. Anyways, after that, RobTop reveals the new featured ratings for levels, giving 5 creator points, and he shows us 3 versions he had in mind. Either we could get a zappy lightning version, a fully inverted version for some reason, or whatever the hell this is. Personally, I like this one the most. It looks really cool, but sadly we didn't get it. Bro, please add this in 2.21. I love it so much, bro. Then randomly, just out of the blue, RobTop went live on October 12th and started messing around with triggers, mostly the ones that just apply an effect onto the screen, like the bulge effect and the grayscale effect, which is pretty cool. Then he also casually leaks a bunch of the pixel blocks and says that's enough and stops the stream. Then he streams again the next day showing off some new animations, and then does one more final stream where he rates some levels. I'm just going to show you some of my favourite moments because I really love his humour.
Turn up the mic. I can't turn up my mic, it's a shit mic. No sneaky, no peeky. We are making balls, ladies and gentlemen, just as a reference. So, 1 second. Big dog. Hey Cooper. This is why you have no creator voice.
Also, during these streams, some cool stuff was leaked, like a new background, a new ship, a new ball, and new Just Don't messages were also shown. So yeah, a lot of content. After the live streams, RobTop's next goal was to add more colours. He made a poll asking if people wanted lots of colours, and they did, so after a few tweaks he came up with this. Pretty good if you ask me, it has mostly every colour I can think of off the top of my head. After that, another icon contest happened, one finally meant for 2.2 instead of 2.1 this time. Once it concluded, RobTop showed off 4 images, showing all the people that got chosen, and when putting together all 4 images, we get a pretty cool collage, which has a lot of references, like Master Game, Mindcap, Ultraviolence, Your Brain on Drugs, and even RobTop himself. Then he shows us this dude called the Mechanic, which means we're getting a new shop. Surely the update is close, right? 2021, no. 2021, the year where we Mannix the mum level. If you get that reference, you're a real one, by the way. Anyways, no update this year, which means it's been 5 years since the last update. It's so over. This year really was a slow one. There were only about 18 days in total where we even got 2.2 news, so we're gonna need to stretch this out a little bit. The first thing that happened this year was that Newgrounds reached 1 million songs, or 7 digits of songs. This would be a pretty cool thing if RobTop didn't cap the Newgrounds songs at 6 digits, so he confirmed on the Discord server that he would remove the cap. Later, he also revealed that leaking 2.2 was actually kind of good because lots of people caught bugs that he didn't really see, so good job data miners. After that, RobTop just decides to post every single 2.2 icon, but in like the lowest quality imaginable, so you can't really see anything. Some of these are really creepy, I can't lie. Then we get shown the tier 2 version of shards and some cool blocks that look like something straight out of Mario. When 2.2 came out, people noticed that in the game, the earth shard shares a little different of a texture than what was shown in this image, so that's cool. RobTop then showed a green gravity portal that flips your gravity no matter what. People thought it was pretty cool but unsight readable, and RobTop heard the feedback and added this new symbol to the sides of portals and orbs. Honestly, I know we take this one for granted, but this feature is actually one of my favorites in 2.2. We need more people to turn on the orbs as well, like they look cool, it's free decoration. After that, August 13th rolled around, which was the 8th year anniversary of the game, which meant it was finally time for the first sneak peek.
Happy birthday, Geometry Dash. Crazy that it's been 8 years, and all the amazing things the community has created. I, on the other hand, have created. Sneaky peeky. Premiere on YouTube tomorrow. Rub 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 rub.
When the premiere started, the thumbnail showed 3 new cubes, a pog, an evil, and a cube with fingers. When the video started, we got the new 2.2 level, but instead of Hinkix Explorers playing or Firebird, it was instead a never before seen song from MDK. This probably meant that the 2 mysterious slots from the level select screen from earlier were this level and maybe Explorers. Anyways, the sneak peek was great. Since I'm Australian, I remember waking up at like 3 AM on a school morning just to watch this premiere. It was so worth it. Anyways, after the level is showcased, RobTop dies and then gets into a conversation with Scratch where he gets led into a platformer level called the Sewers. People at the time thought this was a level from the map, but no, it's from the tower. Anyways, RobTop can't comprehend all this and just dies. After that, Omega Falcon, who actually comments on my videos by the way, hey dude, showed a concept art for the Spider Orb, a new thing coming to his fan-made version of Geometry Dash. RobTop saw this and literally said, I like this, it's mine, and stole it. Also, we got a Spider Pad alongside it. No one expected Spider Pad. 2022, RobTop, where the heck is this update? If it does not come out right now, I will assassinate. New year, new nothing. No update, no release date. Maybe the real update was the friends we made along the way. The first thing that happened was that Troster asked RobTop if this specific ship was a dragon or a rhino. Personally, I think it's a dragon, but RobTop doesn't care and said,
There's no time for I know dragons when we are trying to choose the color for moons you collect in platformer mode. I like blue. Blue is nice.
Low-key, he chose the right choice, although the grey moons actually look pretty cool. After that, an old tweet from MDK is refound and it sounds extremely similar to the song present in Dash. Here, I'll play a bit. After that, RobTop showed off a new set of triggers, the area triggers, which were actually pretty cool. What did I do? After that, the Google Play Store threatened to take RobTop's games down if he didn't update them, so what he had to do is he had to update Geometry Dash Lite. He added an ad chest to this update, which was pretty cool, but also World got an update alongside it, which showed verses, paths, lists, and even the event for the first time. Also, there's some new dialogue if you try to open the chest in the treasure room.
The chest is not ready. It's still not ready. Seriously, stop. Wow, it magically opened. I was wrong. Stop! The chest is locked. This is getting ridiculous. I really can't help you. Don't make me do it. Roses are red, violets are blue. This is not 2.2.
After that, GD Colin whined about how bad the queens were in Sub-Zero, and RobTop felt so bad he actually updated them, and guess what happened? He somehow leaked another build of 2.2. RobTop, okay, let me get this straight, RobTop. Okay, so you saw the world update, you saw it got leaked, and you do it again. Dude! Holy voice crack! After that, Zenmoron, aka RobTop on Reddit, hosts a Q&A and confirms a couple of new things. First off, he says that in 2.3 he might get a developer team, which can make updates speed up exponentially. He also confirms that map packs aren't leaving in 2.2, but he is adding all the spin-off icons in. And lastly, he confirms a 4th shop, which we haven't seen yet. After that, rolls around another August 13th, GD's anniversary, where RobTop said,
Happy 9-year anniversary Geometry Dash. This community is amazing and it's been awesome to see all the things you accomplish. I wanted to have sneak peek to ready for today but it's not quite there yet. Give me about a week and I will get it done. Rub rub rub.
For compensation, he releases a video showing the keyframe system. I'm not gonna lie, I remember seeing this video back then and it actually blew my mind on how complicated it all looks. Like, look at this skeleton, how would you make that? You can really tell that RobTop's coding skills grew with the update. Then lo and behold, the new teaser he was talking about was premiering on his channel with a new thumbnail showing the spikeball monster smiling at us. The video showed us a new level and guess what? It's Explorers, baby! First section has some really confusing gameplay and also a lot of skulls, which I don't actually know how they work. After that, we have this insane demon bit, which actually is insanely unsight readable, and then another part with scratching gravities, and then boss fight. Oh, come on, Scratch. At the end, we get a teaser for the tower, which is really nice. Also, Zolgaroth is here for some reason. I forgot to mention that guy. The reaction to this video was actually somehow negative, with people thinking the gameplay was too gimmicky. The only positive thing I could think of that came out of the teaser was this image. 2023, the year it all happened. This is it, we've reached the last year where there was no update, meaning this is the end of our journey. The first thing that happened was a big rumor. For some reason, if you went to robtopgames.com/images, you can find this image called release date short. And for some reason, it says 17th of May. This spread around for some while, and it got debunked pretty easily as the release date for Boomlings. If you go to see the Wayback Machine, you can find this video, which has the exact same asset. Then, Sneak Peek 3 dropped, which showed off the platformer level with coins and a mysterious blue coin. This was really just a big tease for sound effects, where RobTop demonstrated by using a little sound effect called FIRE IN THE HOLE! This caused a bit of a ripple effect over time, which combined Vilvilke's image of a normal face he drew at 6 years old with the sound effect, creating a genre of levels we know as lobotomy levels. Yeah, don't ask. After that, RobTop announced an event called GD10, where he said,
"With the 10-year anniversary of Geometry Dash coming up, we want to give everyone a chance to highlight their favorite creators and moments over the years. Rub rub rub."
After that, he showed the exact time zones when this would take place.
The time it will premiere on YouTube is shown below. Stay tuned for more information. Rub rub.
Now you might be wondering why I'm showing the things RobTop says so much. It's because I've noticed a pattern. Rub 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 rub, rub rub rub, and now rub rub. It's a countdown. Now if my theory is correct, this means the next time RobTop will post something, it'll end in rub. Oh my god, it's happening. Okay, hold on. Combining the cubes at the top and all the evil things at the bottom, you get 22 in total. And there's 22 words in that text, and this was uploaded 2 days and 5 hours before the event. Okay, that's 2.2 days. The video linked before the event is 22 seconds long, and knowing RobTop, this clock at the end probably has something to do with Dumber 2.2. I think it's finally happening. Before that, Viper made this sick art for the teaser. Isn't it cool? Anyways, on August 13th, 2013, it finally came out. It started with a sick edit of the game's history that almost made me cry when I watched it, and then after that we got interviews with a bunch of notable people, including somehow Darnock, the first ever player to touch this game. Then we got a compilation of Geometry Dash's most iconic boss fights, including a custom one at the end, which is actually half foreshadowed in Viper's teaser. Then we got a bunch of polls asking what the best of each thing was, like levels, which was change of scenes, the best player was Nexus, and the best content creator was EVW, deserved. And the best song was Surprise Surprise, The Speed of Light. Then we got a quick montage of all the statistics across every player in the game, including time since last update. It's so sad. Wait, what? Time. Was RobTop gonna release 2.2? Let's see. It starts off in the sewers, where we finally get to see the whole level, instead of him just dying at the start. After he goes up from this room, he initiates a boss fight of some sorts, and this is when the iconic moment happened.
We're not out of it.
Hi everyone, it's RobTop. So, 10 years, huh?
So that's right, 2.2 is coming out in October, right? Well, let's see. If you look at the end of the trailer really closely, the last number you can kind of make out is 2470, which means October 22nd. RobTop also replied to Sputnik's showcase of what, and Sputnik's begged him to not release it early October. But on the day we thought it would all come out, RobTop said it is delaying it to November, which sucks. RobTop made a final release trailer, which was actually really cool. Then RobTop said he could release it in November, but he just wants all the apps to release all at once, so he delayed it to December. Then on the 19th of December, the privacy details for the Geometry Dash App Store was updated, and the App Store file size increases to 95.5 megabytes. Also, the screenshots of Steam updated. And then finally, the update releases. RobTop pings everyone on Discord saying check Steam. He says the same thing on Twitter and Reddit. So now, the update's been released. After 2 years, what's our thoughts on it? So on the initial launch of 2.2, some things were kind of disappointing. Event levels, versus mode, and even the map got delayed to 2.21. But still, we basically tripled the capabilities on this game, so I would say it was worth it. But that's basically where our video ends. With the release of 2.21 right around the corner, you can probably use the things inside this video as insight to how it will all go down. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.